There's a character in the game I play called Overwatch. This character is named Zenyatta. Zenyatta is like Gandhi in real life. He is on a path to enlightenment, and he teaches others his ways. On my trading journey, I have run into numerous amounts of psychological problems that I had to face head on. And for some reason, while I'm playing video games, my small break between trades, something strange comes up. The character Zenyatta spoke to me. He didn't say, "Hey kitten, how are you?" He gave me advice that perfectly matched what I needed to hear in that moment. If you're wondering what he said, I'll show you the clip right now.
One who fears loss has already lost.
I've heard so much advice on not mixing emotions with your trades, and Zenyatta perfectly encapsulated that lesson with a few simple words. Maybe it was right place, right time, but more curiously, I played him a little bit longer, hoping he'd give me more. I also started writing down what he was saying, just to remember it for later, when the next piece of advice came, and he said,
It takes 100 times to learn, 1,000 times to understand.
When I started trading, I went in knowing it would take a long time to learn. I just didn't know how long. 3 months in, and now I'm realizing the lengths and efforts needed to get where I want to be. I've had good weeks, and I've had bad weeks, but within each day holds experience towards the next. So consistency beats winning now and losing later. I'm still in the learning phase, trying to get a grasp of my strategy and emotions, but I'm focused on understanding, not momentarily winning. I had a really good week around 2 weeks ago. I made like $18, which is good on my standards because I have a $250 account. I thought I was in on the fast track, not gonna lie. Turns out the next 2 weeks didn't go too well, and it kind of offset all of the progress I made.
Winning is acceptable. Giving up is not.
The clip kind of cut out, but Zenyatta basically said, failure is acceptable. Giving up is not. Last week and a half has been my closest to feeling that feeling of giving up, feeling that intense feeling of what if this doesn't work out. I battled with myself to ignore that feeling for a while, but I think I'm back to where I want to be mentally, and I'm back to focusing on the process instead of focusing on my current winnings. And I'll tell you, that feeling of realization when you realize how long the process is actually going to take, it does kind of hurt you. I'm not going to lie. Like, when I felt it recently, I was like, wow, it's going to take way longer than I expected. But
Defeat cannot break one who perseveres.
defeat cannot break one who perseveres. You heard it from himself. The person who's in the game for longer, that doesn't win as much, will always win long term against the person who's winning, who's been in the game for less amount of time. That's just how it works. They have more experience, they have more hours in it, more everything. Just because you're not winning now doesn't mean you're not going to win later. And everyone likes that win once in a while to make them not feel like a total failure. But the purpose of trading psychology is to not make you feel like a failure, win or loss. You're supposed to put wins and losses to the side. That's how trading works.
True strength does not always lie in victory.
But guess what? That 1% of traders, like every single trader advice, psychology advice person that said on YouTube, that 1% has failed more than any one of us, any beginner trader. And yet they fail to this day. Every trade, not every trade, but more likely than not, they fail their trade. And they've learned to accept it. they don't hold it against tomorrow's trade. They don't hold it against next week's trade. That trade happened. They used it for advice. They used it for a tool for their next trades. Failure doesn't mean failure. Failure means progress. I know some people might think I'm rambling the same thing over and over again, but it's important to know you are not a failure. Your progress is not slow. Don't compare yourself to others, and you will get there. You will get there on time. Maybe not as quick as you want, but you'll get there when you need to get there. Anyway, this video took a while to make. I'm still getting a hang of this editing stuff. But as always, thank you for listening and have a good one.